Hey, welcome to my channel. So if you didn't know, every single dog up stand that's made out of metal is hand touched before it ships. And so today we're going to be knocking out as many as I can during our live session, and we are making sure all of them are good to go and ready to ship. So hang out with me while we do this today. Be sure you hit that thumbs up for me, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit your bell, and that way we can see you again. Welcome to My Favorite Groomer on YouTube. All right, folks. Hey, what's up, Joey? Good to see you. Okay, I've got the crew. Everybody ate. Okay, go over there for me. Thank you. Go. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Megan. Good to see you. Be sure you check out dogupstand.com. That's where you can get any of the dog up stands that we've made, from small, medium, large. This one came in as a return for the wrong size, so I'm just double checking it. If you happen to want a used one, please contact me at the contact page on myfavoritegroomer.com. So every dog up stand that we have made here the aluminums are made in Texas. The foam fabrication is made in Indiana, so they're all made in America. But when they come back, or when they come from the factory, sometimes I don't think they're perfect. So I do a touch up myself and just check all the edges, because metal is still metal. I'm pickier than the average person. Like, personally pickier, you know. What is that going to be a big deal? No, it's not going to be a big deal, but to me, I do. I want it to be as perfect as it can be. And sometimes when they're metal, if you ever invent something or have something made, whenever a company is making something for you, they might not realize like where you're using it. So that's the small dog up stand. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so gorgeous. Dog goes here underneath the tummy, waist area, and then rises and up and down, and then also pivots based off of that dog, because every dog is different. Not every dog looks the same and feels the same. This one is one I am selling used. So, I mean, does this look used to you? No, it doesn't. But it's being sold used. So if you're interested, please let me know. It's like, which rack should I start on, that one or that one? Hey, Just Maggie. What's up, Sunny Delight? Oh man, this one's really soft. The paint's really nice on this one. I've been wanting to do this. I want to just check them all so I don't have to worry about checking them before I ship. You know, usually I just kind of check them all before I ship them, but I want to just knock them out and get them squared away so they're all done and I can go store them. And it's Friday, so what are you guys up to today? It's rainy where I'm at. Always want to make sure it can go left to right. If it doesn't, then you want to tighten or loosen it. Check this one out. This is one of the first ones we ever made. You can see, like, this is just rough metal. Isn't that cool? It's like, you know, when you make something, it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. And this is being thrown. Do you see how it bent right here a tiny bit? This is being thrown on the ground. So look how it can hold up like a mug, man. This is aluminum. Isn't that cool looking? Yeah. It's patented. Woo. We'll save this one last to put in there because it's not one that's going to be sold. Yeah, see, like that one, I want to tighten that a little bit. Or like if there's a small piece of like that, we're gonna cut that off. Okay, let me go get a tool for that. Hey, Doug. Super rainy here last night, with some more rain coming tonight. What about you all? You all, where you at? And is it doing the same thing where you're at? Okay, we got one of these wrenches like this. It's a locking nut, so when it gets loose, if you happen to have one already, you can just tighten it here. But we want it stiff, you know, so it doesn't just, it doesn't do all that. You want it nice and stiff so it lasts a long time. You shouldn't have to tighten it. I've never had to tighten mine. But when they come from the maker, I want to double check everything. Sometimes the person who's tightening them doesn't know how tight or loose to have them. So once all these, like if you want to know, once all these are checked, then we don't have to check them again at all. Like they're checked, you know. But if they're not all checked, then every time I ship something, I have to check it before I ship it. So now this will save a lot of time in the long run. But I might be here a minute to get them all done. And then right before I ship them, see how loose that is? Somebody didn't tighten it. That's fine. They just don't know what they're building and how tight it to make it and not make it. That's why you want to check every one of them. And that was really loose too. I never let mine fall apart because it's just a little bit of a pain to put this. You have to hold the fittings in your hand and slide it in there and then tighten it. You can do it. And it's not hard, but I would not want to take my knob all the way off and have all those parts fall off. You may get this, you might not have all the tools and be like, I don't know how to put this back on, and just give up. But it really works great if you could just spend a little bit of patience and fix something that you own, you know, if you happen to accidentally take your knob all the way off. I'm sure people do take that knob all the way off. And one lady sent me back the knob in the package just jumping around. It scratched the entire dog up stand up. So I was really disappointed that they returned it because they couldn't put the knob back on. And then the way they shipped it back was really insulting. to the product, you know? When a company is making something, you know, everything in there, if you're an engineer, you know what I'm talking about. Everything is not perfect in life or in a product. Everything's not perfect. You have to fix it, change it, or in some of the details of a product, including iPhones, right? Go through as long as there's like at least a 3% fail, that's okay. We can let it slide because nothing is going to be 100% perfect. And each item should hopefully look identical. But what I have found is depending on the seriousness of that worker, you know, that company, it might not all have the same look. You know what I mean? Did we do an edge check? Let's see here. And I learned that being inventing this. I learned that inventing this, finding companies to help me make it and put it to life. I was like, wow, it's not going to be perfect. Oh my gosh, what is the client going to think? Well, the client doesn't even really understand that, you know. You don't know until you know. Like, I'm sure you didn't know every dog up stand got touched by me first before it got shipped. I'm sure if you did you know or not know, let me know. Let me know. Did you have any idea? I put a little note in there. I'm sure people just throw those notes away. It says, this is hand touched by me, making sure anything that's there is not affecting the workmanship of the item. Because see this, right? This item is so cool, right? This is hand painted like this, right? Or it goes through a machine all these pieces are hanging up because how do you paint the bottom of this? You can't paint it like this, right? And then turn it upside down and paint it like this. So they have to hang it up somehow. And so you might not see where they're hanging it, but they have to hang it up. And each part is painted separately. This is welded to this. And this piece is bolted to this with this. This is painted separate than this. All these pieces are painted separately. So everything's not going to be perfect. If a human is doing it, it's never, ever going to be perfect. Do you know what I mean? Joey, thank you for your donation. Yahoo! Are you trying to tell me you want me to come back sooner than later? Hi, MP. Good to see you. They all get the Dede touch, just Maggie. They all do. Thank you. Oh, that's a cute way to put it. Won't let you down. Thank you. He or she says it looks great. Well done designing it. Thank you. Helps a dog stand up on a grooming table. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it really, really does help. At least with me. I have carpal tunnel, both hands. And so I needed to design something that could help me continue grooming and also help the pet stand up. Now this is just exactly what I need, right? See how it's painted, right? You can't tell, but see these lines in there? Can you kind of see some lines right here? There's lines in the metal, but you can't feel it. It's under the paint, and that's okay. It's just like a stock tank pool. You know, you can see lines and stuff, and the paint covers it up, but not everyone has that. Like, everyone is hand put together and made. And yeah, we use laser cutters to cut a lot of the metal. I'm sure some of it is tumbled in a tumble. Have you ever looked it up? A metal tumbler, like a rock tumbler, it makes all the edges really soft. Thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate you. Be sure you hit that like button, subscribe so we can see you again. Check us out at myfavoritegroomer.com and also dogupstand.com. Right now we are working on the metal small size. This is great for Yorkies, Malteses, Shih Tzus, some pugs. It all depends on the height of the animal. So you always want to measure from the placement of the floor or the table up to the tummy to make sure it can slide underneath and fit in there. I have a lot of busy work to do all the time, including getting some of these shorts loaded for you guys and editing. And I was like, I gotta do all this busy work. When am I gonna go live? And I hope you know if I'm not live, it's not because I don't want to be, it's because I'm exhausted. So if you want me more live, your donations help me make time to do that outside of what I'm really busy doing already. So thank you for your donations. I really appreciate you. We used to have them all ready to ship like this, but what I found was, in case this helps somebody else, what I found was having all the boxes boxed up, especially on the one, once we get to the large and extra large, you can't stack them like into each other, you know, like I can stack this into this one. Does that make sense? I can stack these like that. So I can't do that when they're all in a box, meaning it takes up a whole lot of space when they're boxed up. So we don't do that anymore. I just basically stack them, slide them into each other in a big row. And then that allows me to put them on racks. Ooh, that's nice and tight. Is that too tight? Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. So someone's like, oh, it doesn't move, right? No, it does. You just have to give it a little and then over time, hopefully in 5 years, you still don't have to tighten it. It's called a locking nut. That thing is a locking nut. It's going to lock itself and stay put, hopefully. Can things fail? Absolutely. Is it easy to get? Yeah, you can go to Home Depot and get that part right now. If you texted me and something like that, you needed a part, I have extra parts. So I haven't ever had anybody ask me for parts, but it's not, maybe not because they needed it, but just didn't know. They could just say, hey, Dede, can you send me a part or two? You know what I mean? Like if I lost it, you lost it or something. If you took this, see how this is a knob, right? And we can go off and on, off and on. It takes a lot to turn it all the way left, which you don't need to do because it's already moving just a little bit right there, just by turning it a tiny bit. If you turn it all the way to the left and get that screw and the nut and the washer and all that out, then you're going to just finagle for about 2 seconds. It's not very long to get it all back in there. If you lose that part or whatnot, then that's a whole different story, you know. You really had to lose that part because there's no way that would just fall off by itself. Okay, this one's looking good. We're supposed to get, man, last night we were up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Miss Saki was not having it. She did not have fun last night with the storms. They were bad. Did you guys get storms last night too? Hello, Joanne. Joanne says, Dede, you're an amazing woman. All you've been through and you are still doing so much. Always busy doing things. God bless you. You're an inspiration. Thank you so much, Joanne. What a positive thing to say to me. I appreciate it. Joey says, it's probably sprayed and then punched out. That's my guess. I'm not sure which part you mean, but all this stuff is cut out first with a laser cutter and then hung up and then painted. But before that, it's tumbled in a metal tumbler. Certain parts are tumbled. So oh, that's really loose. So we'll tighten this up. You can check these out at dogupstand.com. If you're a groomer or you groom your own dog, I definitely recommend it. If you groom your own dog, sometimes they're still the boss, and so they may not let you use it the first couple times very nicely because they own you. So you have to give it time. But when I have your dog in for an hour for grooming, if I need to use it, I don't let them tell me I can't use it because it's not harmful. It's not hurting. I'm not bungee cording their waist up in the air and forcing them to stand up. They literally rest here. And if they step off, I just push it back under. You know, like it's not hurting them to have them standing, which is what I love about it. If you were to hang up my hand with a rubber band up in the air and I can't take it out, and it could pop a blood vessel, it could do a bunch of different things inside my body that you couldn't see. So with this dog up stand, yeah, you can buy straps for it. I don't use it with straps, but there were people that wanted straps so the dog would stay put more. But I'm pretty fast. I'm done with the dog in about an hour. So I don't have the need for straps. And plus, I don't like the fact that when you use straps, if you are a groomer and you're using it on 25 dogs in a day, those straps is still fabric, and fabric, right? We're talking flea eggs, disease, you know, you have to be sanitary. It's like, I don't want to use a strap. I would rather just get the job done and move quickly. So like these little holes right here for the straps, they're cut out before they're tumbled, before this is sanded or tumbled and then painted. Yeah. I've gone through 3 different companies actually. This last company is here in Fort Worth, Texas. We've had it up there in Jersey, I believe. And 2 companies here in Texas. And I gotta say, by far, this company I'm using right now is my favorite. If you have something you need to make that's metal, let me know and I will connect you with who I've used. So pretty, man. I'm telling you, it's like artwork. You know what I mean? It's just so soft. Oh, this paint job is so soft. Anyways, I think you probably think I'm nuts, but I'm into automotive stuff too. So I don't know, a nice paint job is always like, whoa, that's nice, you know. The company put these in a plastic bag, and I'm kind of cool with it now that I realize that when I store it, if I don't store it in a box, right, they do get dusty. So having the plastic bag allows all that dust to really stay on the plastic bag part, and I don't have to dust every single dog up stand, you know, and keep them clean like that, especially if I'm not boxing them. Like I said, it takes up a lot of space when you box them like that. Whoop. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Just little, tiny little things. That's better. Yeah, that's mo better. So everyone say mo better. That's mo better. I don't know if you could tell, watch this. This company, right, is a little different than that paint job on the last company. And that last company is the newest one. And this company, you can see the paint job is nice, but it is thinner. Like you can tell on that other one that how thick it is. Stop it. Here, let's try to punch this. I'll go down with it like this. I don't like that. It's too hard. I did it too hard. Oh, I see thunderstorm warnings right now. Mo Betta, Aunt B, hey. A 5-pound Pomeranian, Angela, you would want to measure from the table to the tummy and see what fits. And if you go to dogupstand.com, you'll find that all this information is wherever you decide to pick the plus, the mini, or this is the small. Pomeranian 5 pounds, I think you're probably going to need 1 or 2 minis to go like 1 mini, 2 minis. But you could check the sizes. Again, measure from the table up to the tummy and make sure that this device can slide in. And the measurements are at dogupstand.com. Thanks for checking us out. What's up, Pink Dog? Good to see everybody. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button so we can see you again. Subscribe and hit your notification bell. A few of these are not bagged up, so I wonder if I probably do have a couple bags left, but I'm going to wipe some of these down. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So we'll come down. I'm actually gonna come up here, and I see this little sliver of plastic. I want to take that off, or maybe that's like rubber, but I'm pretty sure it's like a hard plastic. Let's go up so we don't cut into the metal at all. Me and David, or myself, we cut these out ourselves. It comes in a block. And we have to cut this plastic black thing out with this tool I have. And it takes all the might. You have to go, bam! I'll show you a video of it later. But when I first did it, I was like, boom! And I couldn't get it. I was like, you have to almost throw your whole weight into it. And we had to cut out like 300 one year, 500 the next year. Cut this piece out of this plastic thing. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So I was trying to find an old video of us doing it. I didn't record the last time I did it, which was about 6-7 months ago. I had to cut out, I think, 300 by myself. I didn't do it all in one day. I did like 100 a day, you know. But yeah, this piece is, usually I've cut, I will detail it up before I give it to the company to put it in there. But what happens is when you put it in there, you have to hammer it in and then put this device into it. Sometimes a sliver can pop out. That's what we just saw there. So we'll lower it back down. When I put it in the box, right, when I put it all the way down, there's a lot of space, and then you have to buy packaging, just more expensive to kind of do all this other stuff. So I'll raise it up a little bit and then put a pad right here or something like that. So I don't want it all the way down to the bottom. See, I could feel a little something, something right there. I don't like that at all. Oh, that's nice and soft now. I don't know about you, but I've always had like a soft spot for disabled people. And what I mean is, I think a blind person could do all of this. And I had called and I think a blind person could also dry dogs, you know, as long as the groomer prepares the dog in the sense of, if it's an aggressive dog, the groomer or the manager of that place could prepare with a cone head and say, okay, the dog's going to be aggressive when you touch his feet, so don't do that, you know, but you can blow dry the tail, and you know what I mean? As long as somebody is kind of there to guide the blind. So I called a long time ago, I called the Blind School of Dallas, and I told them, I was like, I will train people that are blind to help you guys, to help the blind people have a job, right? To be able to, if I could train a bunch of blind folks to learn how to dry dogs, right? Then they could work at grooming salons, just so as long as that grooming salon manager or groomer was going to really care about, I'm not going to let this blind person get bit by a dog I know is going to be ornery or hurt somebody. So blindness, because when I'm blow drying a dog, right, I'll close my eyes a lot and I'll just feel the hair. Let's feel how wet it is and feel what I need to do with, you know, with the blow dryer. It's pretty cool. But they didn't get back to me, dude, you know. Because blind people can do a lot of jobs. Did you know that? Lots of blind folks can, I'm just saying that because while I'm feeling this, I close my eyes and I'm like, how do I feel? Do I like it? Can it pass? Does it hurt me? You know what I mean? That's why when I close my eyes, I'm like, a blind person could do this job. This part of it, I should say. Is anybody out there that might be blind? Are you here just listening? The inspector sees a little something something. That's pretty cute. I'll show you a little something something. Is two dogs out there? Because I was going to ask if her weather has been pretty crazy yet. You guys should be letting me know if we're getting winter. Good to see everybody. Welcome to the channel. Be sure you hit that like button, subscribe so we can see you again. Hit your bell so that you'll get notifications when we go live again. We're always doing something different, right? I need to bring you guys more on the stuff that has nothing to do with grooming. You wouldn't believe like all these other things that I have going on. Which sometimes I know you're like, how come she's not live? Or, you know, and I'm like, do you guys want to see this? This has nothing to do with dog grooming. See, like, oh, I could just pull that out. I'm going to try to pull that out next time. Just pull that out. Okay. Okay, great. All the pups are chilling. Man, they're so quiet. They're resting. See, so you don't make any scuff because aluminum, imagine aluminum, your car, and someone scratches it with a key. I'm not perfect at it too. The other one, I just kind of made a mark on it. I don't think I'm happy. I'm probably not going to sell that at full cost, but I can't just take this and go all over because it'll leave scratches. So you have to fix something, but you have to do it in a way where you're not leaving like a blemish. You have to try your best anyway. And like nothing's perfect. So you could just do your best, you know, and hopefully the customer understands, you know. Have you ever ordered something and you think it's supposed to, you think it's supposed to just be ready and work and perfect? Oh no. From a blade for grooming, a brand new blade doesn't cut, to Apple MacBook 13 at the time. I'm glad I bought insurance. It was broke when I got it. It literally would not work. And I was on the phone for like 15 hours off and on for 3 days with Apple before they just said, send it to us and we'll replace it, because it was like a lemon. Some things they show up, they're supposed to be perfect or good quality, but they're not. Like things happen en route, or there was just that lemon, you know? You know what I'm talking about? Anybody ever go through that? I'm sure you have. This is just a organic kind of, I say organic, it's like a doTERRA cleaner. It's not like bleach or anything like that. It's just a good cleaner by doTERRA Oils. Okay, so we got that. Oh, that's pretty loose. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Better. You can get yours at dogupstand.com or check the other sizes. Measure the tummy to the table to see which one fits your pet best. With the mini, with long, slender dogs like Dachshunds, I've been known, and Shih Tzus sometimes, I've been known to get 2 minis and even 3. So it goes from the chest to the tummy to the groin area, and the dog has no reason to lay down, but I do try to work fast once I've implemented the dog up stand underneath them. I don't try to make it like last 3 more hours. No, like once I put the dog up stand under, it's really like, okay, we need to get done with what we're trying to get done under the feet or whatever. Dede does patios, plumbing, outfits, grooming trailers, and grooms full time. And don't forget, she's comedian. It's getting colder here in Minnesota, so no snow yet, but snow up north. Oh, I know, right? Oh, Megan, it's coming. I'm here. Are you guys watching some of these YouTube channel weather where they're like, this is going to be the worst year we've had in a long time for our weather? I'm kind of nervous about it all. Because here in Texas, we don't do really well with bad weather. You better just stay home. You better not be trying to drive around nowhere. This isn't too bad. I can see a tiny thing right here, though. You have to do it just right so you don't slide up and cut this underneath the metal. Because it's aluminum. It'll leave a line. Like, you have to be so careful. That's nice. We're almost done with the ones that are not wrapped up. That's pretty loose. That's pretty tight now. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, just a tiny wee bit. Look. Yeah, that's better. Good to go. Doug, do you have one for Miss Daisy? I think you do, right? You use one for Miss Daisy? I bet this is reminding you to groom her, huh? Everyone say righty tighty. Mo better. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the bell, and the subscribe so we can see you again. Good to see you. Righty tighty. See if we can pull that out. Yep. I always go back to my razor and make sure I close it just in case something just happened. It fell on my foot. I got a couple used ones if you happen to want to pick it up right now. If you know how to go to the description of the video, under the description of the video is the PayPal that you would send it to if you happen to want. And if you happen to want a used one of the two that I already showed you that basically look brand new and they're not used at all, but they just have blemishes. If you happen to want one of those, you can do a PayPal right now during this video only. Today is, I think it's October 25th, 2025, and you can get it for $165, and that includes probably $15 to $17 in shipping and handling. So $165 PayPal'd today during the live event. Just let me know that you have PayPal'd $165, and I will contact you through the phone number that your PayPal account will show me, and I will call you and make sure the shipping address is correct and I'll let you know and verify I got your funds. So the PayPal account is in the description of the video, or you can just call me later today and say, hey, I saw your live today. But if it's tomorrow or the next day, this deal is just for this video. So $165 is your deal. Let me write this down somewhere. All these pens don't work. What do you do with pens that don't work? I thought I saw somewhere that you can give them to somebody and they can reuse them. So one of the ones with blemishes is $165. That includes shipping and handling. You send it through PayPal or Venmo, Cash App. Just make sure that you know that I got it, okay? The links are in the description of the video. Hey, Bubba. Prayers for all. I'm going to lurk this evening. I'm multitasking here at home. Severe storms headed in around 7 p.m. Oh, wow. It's 5:51. It's good to know. Doug says, yes, I do use a small dog stand, and she does need a bath right now. You better do it before it gets super cold. Laura says, I've been talking to my coworkers about getting these for those doggies that just sit. I know. Or like melt into the table I call it when you're doing their face. I call some of those pancake dogs. If you're a groomer, Laura, if you're a pet groomer at a facility, it's a really good deal to catch the demo price. You know what I mean? It's a really good deal to catch those because you're going to beat it up. People don't know this, but the second your dog kicks it off the table, there's a blemish on it. So it doesn't stop the usage of it. It doesn't change how the functionality of it. It's never broken an item because it's metal. It's never done any of those things. But as a groomer, I would take a used one all day because I am going to destroy the thing with these dogs. I'm going to put it on the floor. I'm going to put it in my grooming van. I'm going to take it and put it in my bag. I'm going to carry it around. I'm going to throw it over here. I'm going to throw it over there, you know. So I recommend if you're a groomer, I don't think you should care what it looks like new, because as soon as you use it, as soon as a dog grabs it and kicks it, it just changes the way it looks anyway. So then it just becomes like, you know, your brush does not look new the second you started using it. It will never look new. You know what I mean? So just food for thought. Those of you guys who want this really pretty looking thing, no, this thing works if it's ugly, you know. So if you happen to want to do the deal, it's $165 today only. Bought through the live while I'm here, and I have a bit to do before we get done, so we do have time. 165, and that includes shipping and handling. To be honest with you, if you want to pay more, do so, because out of pocket I'm already going to spend at least 15 to 18 and around 22 to 25 just to get this to, say, Alaska or Washington State or Washington DC. If you're like way over on the East Coast or way over on the West Coast, I pay a lot in shipping. So it's a really good deal. If you happen to be able to do more, do more. But thank you, Spirit Angel. I saw an offline donation right now. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. That really helps. Thank you. So we are just checking all the dog up stands so I can get ready to store them in a separate location. So I know that when I pick one up to ship, that I've already checked all of them that are in my inventory right now. So we're checking all the sides, so making sure that during the cutting process, yeah, see, I could just pull some of these out. I don't need to use the razor. It's just like a sliver from the puncture. Yeah, see, that came out really nice. Ooh, that was easier. There's a little something here. Don't you guys think about this for a minute, okay? This is aluminum, right? If you thought about it for a minute, right? An aluminum can, okay? But they take this aluminum, this metal, right? And let's just say they melt it all down until it's like oozy. And then they form it. And then they let it cool so it stays in that form. So basically it's a big flat sheet that thick, okay? And then they slide this sheet, which I have some videos I need to publish. I'm so behind. I don't know if you can tell by the shorts. I'm starting to date the shorts to show you how behind I am. It is new footage, but it's not new like yesterday because I'm so behind. If you know how to edit and you want to be my editor, but you're not going to kill me because I can't afford you right now, but the more you help me, the more you'll get paid, let me know. Send me a message. But I can't do it all by myself, and I do try to do it all. A little bit of editing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, take care of the dogs, all that good stuff, take care of myself. But they take this sheet and they cut out, and it looks like this. Look how not painted and raw this aluminum is. Look at this. And they do it in these stages, like, see this piece here? You got to put that in there, punch that in there into the metal, weld it underneath. Look at these welds. I want to say my brother-in-law made those welds. This was one of our first ones. I'll never get rid of this. What it looks like before it's painted and us putting it together ourselves. See these weld marks, right? Now look what they look like now, right? They're kind of the same actually, compared to, say, this is a company doing it, you know, with a mass amount of people working on the project. It's not bad, right? Not bad for a beginner. Put that piece, weld it to that piece. Is that cool? I think it's so cool. Man, it's just so cool. This one doesn't, we made them, they didn't pivot when we first made them, see? And then we listened and people wanted it to pivot. And so we created a pivoting one after the first order. And so some of y'all have the very first sets that don't pivot. I just want you to know, that's a collector. That's a collector, bro. So like right now, like there's this tiny blemish right here. I will sell this as a used one as well. And there's nothing wrong with it. So $165, that includes your shipping and handling if you send it now, today, during a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. It's all on the description of the video. So right now I have 3 that I'll sell for that price, okay? Where there's nothing wrong with it. I'm marking those ones so I know which ones they are. Hi, Spirit Angel. Good to see you. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching. What are y'all up to? Where are you watching from? Okay. All right, let's get the next one out. This is a used one for sure. This is something I've had on. I believe this is something I've had on in my grooming area. It's a one I use for demos and stuff like that because I put the straps on this one. What really tells me if I've used it before, like really used it, is just checking the bottom, because I usually throw them around on the floor and they end up being kind of scuffed up. Yeah, see how scuffed up it is on the bottom? This one actually has the anti-slip pads on there. So this one's just here because for space, I just put it in here with this. Okay, now we're going to move into some big ones. Is that all the small? No. I should finish all the small first, just because once you're doing something and it's all the same, then you can work faster when you stick with the same size. So I have one more row and a half of smalls. I almost didn't see them, so here we go. We're going to do these real quick. And when you're storing them, I recommend store them, like you see how I could just pull this up. So it will scratch here over and over if you just do that back and forth. You don't need to do that. If you have it tight, when you pick it up and use it, always get done using it and putting it on tight. Put the knob on tight. That way it's just not moving around and jumping around and then scratching itself. Not that you care, like if there's lines here back and forth, just from going up and down vigorously because you're just handling it like that. If I'm like just handling it like this and picking it up and with it loose, just go ahead and tighten it there and then handle it tight, handle it while it's connected. Oh yeah, that's sticking out right there. What ends up happening sometimes when they come in here, when they're painting it, right? It's being hung up somehow. So sometimes they use a hook or a hook in here, then moving that hook or trying to paint around that hook sometimes leaves something that sticks up, like it could be just paint or it could be metal from when they grinded it. They didn't grind good enough down in here. So that's okay. But that's why that would even be there. Yeah, that's nice. Wow. Oh, I gotta put it back in the bag. Why didn't you guys tell me that? I need to put this back. I like the fact that the ones in a bag, it's dusty on the bag, but not dusty on the item. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. Does anybody want to tell her? Oh, thanks. It helps support the dog to stand during grooming. Yeah, thank you. What's up, Nancy? Welcome to the channel. Be sure you subscribe so we can see you again. Hit the bell and throw the thumbs up if you're happy to be here. So see how this is not? So when I picked them up from where I had them made, the person who put this together, right? Because you have to put all these parts together. They didn't tighten this. That's okay. That's why I'm here. I have to come through and check it. Ooh, there's a nice little sharp piece right there. See what I'm saying? That's where their hook was at. See where right there, there's like, that's where the hook was at to hold this piece up, this little square piece up to paint. It was right there. So every time they came through and took that hook off, it left a little something right there on the inside, which when you're looking at it, you can't tell. But now that I'm telling you, you're going to be able to see it. And hopefully it doesn't bother you, but I need to make sure I can't feel that when I rub my finger on it. But I'm wondering if all of them are going to have that now on this row. Like this particular row had that. Because they have to hold it somewhere if they're going to paint the whole thing, top and bottom. You have to be holding it. Like in this piece right here, this square, this is a whole separate piece when they make it. Where they cut the square, tumble that, cut this square, and weld this square to that, then bolt it to this. This is another piece that's cut out. This is another piece that's cut out, welded to the flat plate. See what I'm saying? It's so cool. It's like, wow, this is actually really cool. Why would I? Oh, hold on. Hold on. It's a mailman. Mailman. Hold on. It's a mailman. Saki, come on, babe. Come on, out. Okay, sorry you got. Thank you, Mai Tai. Thank you for letting us know. We always want our dog to let us know when something's going on. Okay, all right, everything's cool. Everything's cool. It's the mailman. I appreciate you guys letting me know. Okay, so let's get back to here. I hope this whole row doesn't have that problem because I really don't want to mess this up. You know what I mean? Voila, a different kind of file. Let's go in flatter here. Let me tighten this first. Righty tighty. Let's tighten this saddle because I can feel it's loose. Let's go back here. What's that? Lord Jesus, please, like, don't let, Lord Jesus, I ask you that this whole row doesn't have this same problem. Just these couple. Please, Lord Jesus. Amen. Did you hear him? Are they still out there? Like, do they need me? That's what we want. Smooth. Check this right here. I'm kind of doing that wiggle because it's freshly cut. So once you have the saddle moving up and down about 2 or 3 times, and then it'll be a lot easier. You know, it's kind of worn in then a little bit, but just do a little jiggle if it's kind of holding back because that's fresh cut metal. Momo, pretty boy. Go, Momo. Momo's watching us. Happy 2 months until Christmas Eve. You know I am. I made it. Yay, Nikki. You know I'm already, Spirit Angel, you know I'm already listening to Christmas music. Ooh, probably the last month already. I'm already there. I'm waiting for Christmas. Anybody else ready for Christmas? I am. I am ready for Christmas. Miracle, what you doing? You watching Mommy? See how that's, look how loose that is. Wow. I had this one, I think this is that row. This was the ones I did that had ordered this year. And I picked them up and I was like, hey, you got to tell your guys, they got to be tight, man. That's like, nothing can stay on top of that. What are we doing? You know what I mean? When I picked them up, but I wasn't going to leave them there for another week to get tightened. I was like, I'll just do it all myself. But still, are you kissing me? Thanks. Let's check everything. Oh, at least this one's not messed up, right? It's not perfect, but it's not like the other one. Oh yeah, that's nice. Something on the bottom end here. And then you're so picky, Dede. Now you just like checking. You're finding all kinds of stuff. Like, does it matter? Yeah, it's not gonna hurt anybody, but. Yeah, see, I would sell this discounted, see? Just for me, can you see some of these dots? Right there's one. Do you see that dot right there? There was something wrong with the spray gun when they painted it. Do you see these dots? Nothing's wrong that's going to make it not work. But for me, it's like imperfect. Now, my engineer, brother-in-law would say no, that there's always that 3%, 5% fail. So that's not something that's going to affect it. But I don't mind if somebody picked out one of the, like this one, as a sell tonight for $165. That includes shipping and handling. I would sell that to you for $165. It didn't get less work. It still took the same amount of time. Oh, cool. It still took the company the same amount of time, the same amount of energy, and it still will function. There's no blemishes that prevent the item from actually functioning. So I would discount it just because I would do that. But if you can spend the full amount and you don't care, just say that when you order it. Or if you can spend a little extra to cover the shipping and handling, just do that. But I'll be super fair with you because I feel like I'm a super fair kind of person, super realistic. The company didn't say, hey, Dede, we messed up 2 or 3 of these. Here's a discount. They did not do that. You know what I mean? And actually, how many companies really do that? I don't really see a lot of companies that actually do that. All right, so Spirit Angel, thank you so much for your donation. Yahoo! Keep it coming. We've had 2 donations during the live feed so far, and I'm feeling like you want me to come on tomorrow. That's what I say with our first donator. Thank you. Nikki says, oh, I was scrolling through the chat and saw people are acting up today. No, I just detected. Right now you did? I missed them, I guess. Thank you for deleting. Doug says, Dede takes pride in a lot of care for her work. The best reason to buy from a small business, real customer service. Thank you. Oh, this is really sharp right here, bro. What the? Telling you, man. Okay, so I actually need to film some of this so that they can know what's happening. Hold on. Nikki, thank you so much for your donation. Keep it coming. Yahoo. Okay, you guys, so I'm sitting here with my live feed and we are taking a look at every single one of the dog up stands since the last order pickup. I'm going through every single one of them, and on these smalls, the hook that we're placing here, or that you guys are placing here to hang up this square to print or to paint it, it's really sharp when it comes out right there. See how it's like the paint gathers up and sticks up, and then on this one specifically, it actually did it on the bottom as well, making it a very needle point sharpness. And I'm coming down, grinding it down. I can't say I'm letting it look perfect, but I need you to know, like, maybe to work that out. Maybe the metal piece that you're using to hang here, maybe make it smaller, thinner millimeter. Then the other thing is a lot of them came really loose. When you guys are putting them together for me, it would be awesome if these were already kind of tightened just another notch. So it could be like that instead of right now. This is really loose. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna do this one right now. Let's tighten it first, because what I find is when I'm tightened it, it doesn't flex on me when I'm trying to grind that off. Oh, and I want to say, this is a certain type of paint job. It's not like you painting in your house or painting on it's not the same. It's paint with electricity. So that's why there's probably these blemishes, that it's paint, but it's so sharp and hard it feels like metal, because they used electricity while they were painting. You know what I mean? There's a name for it. I forgot right now. If somebody knows it, you can put it in the live chat. It's like painting, but while it's in water and electricity is, I forgot what it's called. Okay, hold on here. It's really hard to get this kind of grip. Oh yeah, that's nice now. That's nice. Yep, that's really nice right there. Can't even tell anymore. Yeah, hello. That's what I'm talking about. I'm wondering if this whole row, it looks like I got 20 left to do on this row, if they all have that problem. Please, Lord Jesus, please no. Please let them all not have that problem. Or is it already 6:30? Oh yeah, we're gonna be here till 10 o'clock doing this if all these have a problem like that. Oh, be careful what you ask for, girl. Texas will send you some, and you'll be flooding before you know it. Yeah, you better watch what you ask for. I'm telling you, bro. Look, all of them, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about right now. Let's tighten it. I say that. Bring it up. Tighten this. Okay. Oh, barely a problem, but barely. Nice. Much faster. That was much faster. Static painting, I can't remember. I'm trying to think of what it's called, but it's really cool. It's just not painting just like with the airbrush. Although I had that other company that I showed you where it's kind of glistening, they did do some kind of airbrush painting. And I can tell you right now, there was a lot of mishap with that company. Man, there was paint. Some were thick, some were thin, some that the middle didn't even fit in there because there was too much paint. Yeah, it was crazy. It was almost like one guy was painting one day and another guy was painting another day. It was crazy. Nikki says, I'm all alone in the house. MJ is with her girls group for their yearly trip. They're actually in San Antonio, Dede. Cool. They're going to the Dia de los Muertos celebration. Oh, I've heard of that. I've seen some pictures of that. Isn't that Day of the Dead celebration? For October. Okay. Please, please. Nope, I had to fix it. That one, though, was really bad. It's pretty cool. This is crazy, man, what happened here. Who's licking over there? I can hear you. What's happening with this right here? That's crazy. It's like someone moved it while it was wet or something. Good night, Spirit Angel. It's so quiet here with no dogs. Can't wait to see the babies. Nikki, I can't wait either. Before you get a dog, please talk to me. I have an idea already happening. The benefit of Angel, are you licking? Hey, are you chewing? Come here. Don't look at me like that. If she's chewing a hole in this sheet, I'm going to be very disappointed in her. Angel. Come over here. Come down. Are you licking this? What are you trying to do over here? Oh, you trying. You trying, girl. It was wet, but it wasn't no hole. She's like, hey, girl, you wagging your tail? You wagging your tail? Oh, I can't even hold it. I can't even move this. Look at all those we're going through right now. Angel, hey, girl. Hey, girl, where you going? Hey, girl. I got a weight on my tripod, so I cannot even move it properly. Okay, let me not get everyone excited. We have a lot to do. Okay, you guys. We got to get through this. All of them have this problem. I knew this was going to be my issue, but I guess... Listen, all these are right now in my kitchen. I have 2 racks in my kitchen, and I know my pet sitter is not going to be happy with it. Laugh out loud. So I was like, I need to get these out of my kitchen, but I don't want to move them until I've actually looked at all of them. You know? It's like a project in your way, and to get it out of your way, you have to finish the project. You know what I'm talking about? Does anybody have that problem? It's like, look, I have a project. It's behind. If you want the project gone, you have to actually do the work. So then how do I go live when I have so much work to do? Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea, you know what I mean? Isn't this cool? This is so cool. How many of you guys know someone who invented something? I can't believe I invented it. Like, I'm sitting here like, I can't believe I made this happen. It's been a while now, but this is so cool, you know? So cool. This will help a dog stand up for grooming. Are you serious? Oh, that's nice. Come in and spin it, you know? That really, because this is like a diamond. So if I come in and spin it, it kind of makes it go circle, like a circle, and that really gets it out nice. Okay, let's see here. I gotta remember there's an edge right here. It's not bad. And I'm actually working on a couple right now, a couple more things for the industry. And I don't know if people are going to want it or not, but I know that I can use it. So I'm really excited about these things that I'm like, I want to make it easier for someone to groom, you know. We should be helping each other make our lives easier, right? Not harder. Can you guys see AI grooming a dog? I can't. There are still going to be some things that a human has to do. I see a dog totally eating up an AI robot, don't you? I see a dog man like, what? Who are you? Like, what? Look how loose that is, man. All of them were not tight. They just put it on there and just threw it on there. Oh, oh, barely nothing there, but still a little bit though. I want to look at the weather. We had some crazy weather come in last night at 3 in the morning, and I want to look at the weather right now, but you guys are on my device. That's what it is. Really want to see what's going on. What time is it really going to be here at that time? 7 o'clock in 40 minutes-ish. Nice, I didn't have to do nothing with that one. That was awesome. Nice, I didn't have to do nothing with this one either. See how fast it is when it's like done properly? But how many of them were not done properly or not done with detail? Nice. I could get done faster if I didn't have to do so much to it, right? because you have to be really gentle too. You can't just go at it, you know. Thanks for joining my channel. Appreciate you. Be sure you hit that like button for us, subscribe, and hit the bell so we can see you again. And if you happen to want a dog up stand, the small size I'm working on right now, it's $165 if you send it through Zelle, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo today during the feed. $165 will get you one of the ones that has a light blemish, but not a blemish that would prevent workmanship. Sucky, you hear Sucky snoring? I did that double check twice, didn't I? Thanks for watching our channel. Be sure you check us out at dogupstand.com and myfavoritegroomer.com. I could feel it right here already. Oh yeah, nice. That pulled out right. It's supposed to be strong here at 9 o'clock, Nikki, or where you're at? I think you're talking about me. I think you're trying to help me, right? Trying to help me check the weather since I'm on the phone. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, this is perfect. I mean, like, it's good enough where I don't have to do nothing. We're almost done with the smalls. Finally. Be sure that's all the smalls right now. Nikki's helped me package a couple of these when I was away. Right before I package them, I actually see there's no logo on it. I put the logo on last. It forces me to do one more double check when I go to shipment, you know. So I put the logo on, do one more double check, get it packaged properly, and I feel confident that I checked it over one last time before shipment. So all of them don't have a logo on it until it ships. Bubba said something about it being storms are going to be here at 7. But I think someone is saying not at 7, but 9. Is that what I'm seeing? Only because I can't scroll back very far while I'm working. Oh, that's nice. I'm just laughing at some stuff in my mind about Bubba. Little does he know, like, he's gonna be my storage facility. If you guys get it, if you've been here the whole time, I keep saying I'm getting these ready to roll to the storage facility. And in my head, I'm like, Bubba doesn't know that he's gonna store these for me. Just, you know, I'm always messing with Bubba. You know, he's my dad. It's regular rain around 7 or 8, and then super strong stuff by 9. Okay, thank you for the clarity. Because every time I come over here, it's right after a chit chat, and I'm like, dang, I didn't see the actual answer. You know, when you have a dad and they're like, man, you're always showing up doing something at my house. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Dad, can you store my bike for me? Hey, Dad, I bought a boat. I didn't buy a boat, but isn't it funny to think about it? It's like, hey, Dad, I'm already oh, sorry. I'm already your acting storage facility. Hey, that's my next skit, man. Don't let me forget. It's like, hey, Dad, I got this bicycle that... Is it just me or is it funny? Hey, Dad, can I put this bicycle in your garage? 2 weeks later, it's like, hey, Dad, can you hold on to this 90-inch TV box for me? I have a 90-inch, 80-inch, whatever. This TV box is so big. It's the size of your car. Like, this TV box will not fit in your car. You know, like, it's so big, right? 75-inch TV box. The box is actually bigger than the TV. And I'm like, hey, Dad. It's so funny. I'm like, hey, Dad, can you hold on to this TV box for me until I move? And then, you know, Doug was there. Who else was there when I built the treadmill? I said, hey, Dad, I'm going to try to sell this treadmill box. I know it takes up, you know, a quarter of your garage, but can you hold on to this treadmill box until I sell it for $5? Oh, shoot. I don't know if anybody out there still has, you know, a parent that they can, and if you don't, I know you're lost, but my mom's gone. But if anybody's out there that can relate, maybe it's you and your son, maybe it's you and your best friend, maybe it's you and your parents, or you and your sister, but it's like, I gotta wipe these tears away. This is hilarious. I'm over here crying. I'm laughing so hard. And everything I'm grinding is metal, so I can't just wipe my eye with my finger because it's shards of metal. That's why I got this piece of paper out here, packing paper. So it stays here and I can just throw it away like that. It doesn't get all over the floor and cause any issues. But isn't that funny? I'll be like, hey, Baba, do you mind letting me put this in your garage? Wow, look at that. It just kind of looks like it kind of went, it's got an indentation here compared to like the other ones. That's why I said like everything has its own. It's been hand ground down or whatever. It almost looks like a little, like the bottom of a heart right there. It's pretty cool. This is kind of, yeah, it's better. I'm going to read that in a minute. Angel, are you okay over here? Please don't tell me you're trying to chew something up, okay? All right? Okay, don't chew anything up, all right? Brownie? Mr. Brownie? Are you inside or are you out? Brownie? Come on, buddy boy. Come on, baby. Come on. Thank you. What you doing out there? Nice weather? You enjoying the weather? Hi, Faith. Okay, I gotta blow my nose. Wow, we're getting into fall, you guys. I can feel it. Like right now, I can definitely feel it's gonna be fall, you know? I'm sure you guys are feeling it, especially those of you guys in Minnesota, up north and East Coast. I bet you guys are feeling it too already, right? It's dark outside. These storms are coming in. They're gonna bring in this cold front. It said we weren't supposed to have a cold front, but I feel like it's coming in. Okay, all right, let's get this open. Let me back it up so you can kind of see me. So like this could be, like this is what it looks like with working with you. Working with us. Baba Dede is going to buy a submarine and store it in your garage. Then she's going to adopt a giraffe and put it in your backyard. I love my girl to the moon and back, but Angel and her chewing drive me crazy. Oh, even here in St. Louis, all the leaves are changing and it's 50 degrees out. I'm telling you, Texas has a ban on giraffes. Oh my gosh. Speaking of what's going on in the backyard, I'll tell don't say anything, Bubba, but I'll tell Nikki will find out the next time she's out here for pet sitting. She has it's something to do with my dad's backyard. I'll tell her separately, not here. Just because you said that about the backyard, I'll be like, little do you know that, man, do you know what's going on? Anyways, little do you know we be working something out. Daddy, can I use your backyard for a couple years? Dad, can I use your backyard for a couple years? Do you mind if I borrow your backyard? Well, listen here, daughter. I'm going to have to charge you rent. But Daddy, come on. I thought you were supposed to help a daughter out, you know? OMG. Daddy, I bought this giraffe. He's on his way right now from the zoo. He needed to be fostered, and I'm full. So I had him go ahead, and I just went ahead and asked if they could take him to your yard first. This giraffe is going to help me go, chew through all of our plants back there, all that shrubbery that is taking up so much space. I can hear it now. No, Dede. How much is giraffe food? Hey, I'm not losing it. This is some funny stuff. This is hilarious. Alrighty, Dede. That looks really organized now, from the bottom up. Started from the bottom to the top. Look. So, small, 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 small. See how nicely they're arranged? Inventory can be easy this route. And then now we're going to go up and do, what is that? We have the large, and obviously the XL way up at the top does not fit inside these two. Wish, I have another rack over here. I'm not going to redo these racks, but I wish I could, because I'm wasting that whole gap on the bottom. And I'm going to have to move all the top off in order to just move it out of here in general. So, yeah, it is what it is. So let's just get to work. We can count later. You know what I mean? Cool looking, right? Isn't that cool? Oh, yeah, that giraffe will take care of them leaves. There's a dog agility course. No, but don't say anything else. I'll let you know later. Don't let them know what's going on. Okay. I don't want any dates out there yet. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Why don't I do... Okay, this one we'll do first. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so this is a large. And this would fit like Miracle. And the XL fits Momo. If you know my dogs at all, then you can kind of gauge what I'm trying to tell you. Miracle's about 30-pound doodle. And so this fits her really well when I use it. I like the bags, but the bags are dusty. Tucky's staring at me. That or she's trying to listen for storms. Do you not know where to lay down? Angel's in your spot. You want to lay in there? There you go. See? That's not bad. All right, we'll come over here now a little bit, like this. Yeah, you could put the straps in on top so that it keeps the dog from stepping off and stepping off. I mean, if the dog can still step off because it's not like I want you to bungee cord it to the item, but you put the straps on, which I had to demo. You can rewind to one of the last smalls that I did. It has straps on there. You can get the straps at dogupstand.com. But I don't use the straps because they're in my way. I'm trying to, when I use the dog up stand, this is the size large. By the time I've groomed the dog, the last thing I do is the stuff that the dog needs to stand up for. The hiney, the butt, the tail, the feet, right? So once I get to that point, I'm trying to move them. So I put the dog up stand under the dog, and I don't need to strap because I'm moving pretty fast. I want to have that dog up stand in and out. I don't want to put the dog up stand under in the beginning while I'm doing the face and the ears and the chest. I don't need that. I don't need the dog standing to do all that. I need the dog standing for these tight areas, the feet, legs, depending on the legs, you know, which area, the butt, the hiney, the anal area, the tail, you know what I mean? And so maybe even if a 3-legged dog is in the shop, this goes under that area where that last leg would be. And that gives them support, because some dogs that have 3 legs don't want to lay down and let you groom them. They just want to stand the whole time. So instead of just standing without support on that one side, you know, or when they have their hip placed here on a 3-legged dog and you're doing a nail trim on all the other paws, that gives them that support there. But the straps, for me, they're in my way. I have to move here, move there to shave the back or whatever I'm doing. So I usually don't use the straps myself. And like I had mentioned earlier, Nikki, you weren't here, but if you're going to use straps, I would hope that you know that, you know, flea eggs can last 3 years without hatching. So now you have to worry about fabric. You know what I mean? You have to keep that in consideration. It's the same thing. I don't think straps can grab up eggs, but it is a fabric. So if I'm going to tell you that I don't want to use a cover, I don't use a cover because flea eggs, if I don't change a cover, which we sell at myfavoritegroomer.com, there's some there still there that Betty made. And we also sell a cheaper cover at dogupstand.com. If I use a cover, it should be a cover per dog, not a cover I used all day for 15 dogs or 10 dogs or even 2 dogs. Because if you use a cover and you don't get rid of that cover after every dog and wash it, then you may be transferring disease out, like bacteria, fungus, and flea eggs. I'm more picky. I'm looking at all those things. I have brought home a flea in my notebook, so I know things. Have common sense, more common sense than the average, I think. And so I want to just warn you, if you happen to use a cover and you use it for every single dog in your salon, and then one dog comes in and has a problem with fleas, and they say something about it, you know, and you're using that cover, you got to be honest with them. It's possible, you know. Use the same towel on these dogs. You can't do that. Some groomers do. You don't know until you see it with your own 2 eyes. Am I right? You don't know what they're putting in your food unless you actually there watching them prepare it. You can hope that they're doing you right, but there's no guarantee, is there? They just says, anybody watch that video on what's really the inside, like the Mexican Coca-Cola? There's 2 people that did a video on it where they actually are like chemists, and they did a test on what chemicals are in that Mexican Coca-Cola to see if they claim it doesn't have a certain ingredient, and it actually does have the ingredient. So even manufacturers right under our noses are lying to us. I already have it out. That's why you have to put it down and scratch this up. I lost my little thing. This little scrubby thing. I don't know. We'll use this piece, I guess. Let's see here. We gotta get this mo better. Mo better. I mean, it's stubborn, huh? Honey, you got one. Can I finish this one and let you guys out here? I can hear they need to go out. They're being really patient with me today, and I guess I should get them out before any storms show up. Someone needs, hold on a second. Oh yeah, it's really dark outside right now too, man. Wow, time flies, doesn't it? Thank you, Bubba. Safety first. Yeah, me either. I didn't know that about the Mexican Coca-Cola, but there's 2 chemists that are out there showing you like what's on the bottle and what's actually in the bottle. So go check it out. I don't really drink a lot of Mexican Coca-Cola, but when David was alive, he had them every now and then. And it says on there like made with pure cane sugar and stuff like that, I think. And I think that's the thing is like it says it's made with certain things and it's not made with other things, and it's actually made with all of it. Like it's kind of like, whoa. So if companies can do that, especially non-American companies, if they can do that, like what else are we missing? We're missing a lot. Are we so naive that we believe everything is okay? You know what I mean? And it's not. Everything is not okay. All right, I kind of want to say I want to end it here. I'm going to let the dogs out. I have a bunch more to do. But I want to say I can't do them all tonight. I got to do some tomorrow. And I was going to try to get it all done tonight, Bubba. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Look how many I still have left. I still have all those. I can do it tonight, right? But I thought I would get done in like an hour. So I have to do that whole row, that whole row, that whole row, which the very top row is stuffed to the gills. So they're like on top of each other. And then also here, I got to do this whole row and this whole row, which we're not going to get done in just a few minutes. So what we'll do is we'll end our live here now. And let me just say this. Hey, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching my channel. I appreciate you. We're going to end the live now. I'm going to let the dogs out. Storms are about to roll in tonight. Get dinner cooked up. Do a little this and this and this. And then maybe see you guys live tomorrow, since we had super amount of donations. I appreciate your donations. I love you all so much. And maybe see you guys on the gaming. If you're a gamer and you're on Fortnite, maybe see you over there. But thanks a lot for being a part of my channel. Thanks for watching us. This device has helped me groom so many dogs, and it's helped so many groomers, especially in California and Australia, which is our top sales places. It's so cool that so many Australian groomers have the dogupstand.com product. But thanks for being out there. I love you guys, and we'll see you on the next live. Get one today at dogupstand.com. Yeah, absolutely, Bubba. Good night.